Epilepsy Scotland is the national organisation that represents the people who live in Scotland with epilepsy, and we're here to make sure that their voices are heard. When I first started here in this particular role, we offered different services, and it was very clear to me that we had an untapped potential. And that untapped potential is within all the people who work with Epilepsy Scotland. Not only are they dedicated and passionate about what they do, but there seems to be an inherent creativity with everyone that works here. The other thing is we are driven by what we hear from those who live with epilepsy. For so long, and in Epilepsy Scotland's history, the drivers were people who thought it was the best way to do something, and not always taking into account what people who were living with epilepsy thought. We've changed all that. We're very much driven by what the people we represent tell us they want to see in their lives, what improvements they want, and how they think things should be happening for them. So we have a variety of services to support people living with epilepsy. Our biggest service is called Wellbeing. And within that, there is an adult wellbeing group. We have youth groups based in Edinburgh and in Glasgow, and within that we have 2 different age groups. And we also have the Welfare Rights Service, which guides people through their journey to acquire the best benefit award they can have. We also have a policy department who works closely with government. We work with consultations, and they provide me with lots of information to take to other meetings, an integral part of the organisation. Equally important is our fundraising department, who helps us to raise the 80% of all the money we require to offer the support and the services that we do. Our helpline receives numerous calls every day from people who have just received the diagnosis of epilepsy or are having queries, questions, difficulty with their ongoing diagnosis. And within the helpline, there are other services that they offer, like the check-in service, but they also provide lots of information in a whole variety of ways. And we put out information through social media and all manner of platform. So they really are another integral part of the organisation and provide an excellent service for those who want to make the first step to getting in touch with Epilepsy Scotland. For anyone living with epilepsy who is finding the diagnosis difficult to live with, is feeling that they might be the only one, or is just having difficulty generally with day-to-day life, I would suggest the best thing they could do is to call our helpline or email us or look at our website, because there's a vast amount of information there. And the 2 experienced people who answer our helpline calls will be more than happy just to listen and to make suggestions about what they can do to improve their quality of life, to reduce the stress and anxiety they might be feeling, or to guide them to something that might just help them to do all of these things. So it's not going to be anything that's judgmental, it's all confidential, and they have a huge amount of experience. And as I said earlier, we are a very interconnected service. So once that initial call is made, it might be that they find the support from the Wellbeing Service, from the Youth Service, or any of the other things that we provide. So I hope that Epilepsy Scotland improves the quality of life, not just for the person who has epilepsy, but for their families and their wider community. I also hope that the work we do makes sure that epilepsy as a diagnosis, as a condition, is not forgotten, but is put further up the list of important conditions to be dealt with on every level.